So what I was thinking about today is um, all the different places where maybe we don't do something because we're afraid that this or that will happen, or we're worried about something. Um, and it's interesting how this can crop up. It can be subtle in terms of procrastinating, and procrastination can be really self-defeating in a way because we're putting something off because maybe we're afraid of a bad result. um, or I'll hear people say, I don't want to apply for that job because what if I don't get it. um, and or uh, you know uh, I don't want to take improv class because I'll be humiliated or something like that. And this is actually a wonderful opportunity for a meditation of sorts. And because I think what happens in these places is, at least I'll speak for myself, when I have one of these where it's like I think about it for just like a, a flash of a second, and then automatically I move away from it. And I'm not actually letting myself really imagine what what it would be like if that worst case scenario happened. Like, what if you didn't get the job? Or God forbid, what if you were utterly humiliated? Um, and if just for a moment you let yourself really experience that, and experience kind of the worst uh, imagining that you have, like letting yourself be utterly humiliated for all time, just for a moment, just to see what does it feel like. What's it like when I don't resist that worst case scenario? What if somebody called me an imposter? What if I was an imposter? And really allowing yourself to really just bathe in those feelings for a while. Because what happens for me is that, there's a moment where my body or my nervous system feels like absolute terror. And then it's almost like it's not a big deal. Like even experiencing profound sadness for a moment. And it is for a moment. Or maybe the fear is that it's longer. And you can imagine what it would be like to feel sad for a long time, or to feel terrified or angry or frustrated, or to feel like deep shame. And the reason I'm suggesting this is it's so freeing in the moments where you get to the other side, where you realize this it isn't the end of the world. That to experience it for an eternity is really just for a few moments. But when we resist it and just keep it at bay, it's almost that it perpetuates, and it keeps coming back. But if you just say, you know what, I've had it with this. I'm gonna really feel this. I remember one time I was at a meditation retreat, and um, for some reason it hit me. It hit me how profoundly afraid I was all the time. That there's so much fear in so many areas of my life. And I just it all kind of hit me at once, and I realized, oh my God, what an incredible waste of time. And it was just such a constricting way to experience the world. And I was just fed up. And so I thought, I'm going to sit here. I had hours or a couple days left of meditating. So I thought, I'm going to sit here and let myself feel it as deeply as possible. And I thought, I'm going to find every nook and cranny where there's still fear. Like, why? What do I have to be afraid of at this age? And so I just, like, every little scenario I could think of, I just let myself experience it. And it was intense. It was really wild. And one thing that was incredible is letting myself experience the fear. I realized that it really, like, perks up your nervous system. Sometimes at a meditation retreat, if you're sitting for many hours, it's easy to get drowsy. And I realized that fear just, like, really woke me up, and there was a lot of energy in it. And at a certain point, I was just like, I'm done with it. Now, I'm not naive. I realized I'm done with it for now. And then it might come back, and I'll do it again, and I'll do it again. And, fear of what people think, fear of failing, fear of succeeding, whatever it is. And so I really let myself feel it. And, the nice thing was, finally, I experienced a little space. I was like, I'm done. I'm like, I've had enough of this for now. And I had these moments of not being afraid of being afraid anymore. And, I'm using fear as an example there, but it can be any emotion. So again, sort of to trace this again, if you notice yourself backing away from a certain type of experience in a consistent way, instead of just backing away and backing away and backing away, give yourself a moment and think, all right, let me just take this on. Let me imagine the worst case scenario and just see, how bad is it? Because I can almost guarantee you that you'll get to the other side. Go right into the heart of it. So give that a shot, and I would love to hear how that goes for you.